Yo, what's good, guys? Today we're going to be breaking down the most popular song off my new album, Or Music. It's a song called Greedy. There's 12 songs on the album. All of them are self-produced fully by me. Besides track number 3, Overcomplicating, that one's with my boy Sal Tsunami. But out of all of them, this track, number 5, Greedy, seems to be the most popular one. So I just decided I'd get on here and break this down today. And we spent 4 hours and 22 minutes on it. So we made it in one sitting. But yeah, let's go ahead and break this down. But first, I'm just going to go ahead and play a chorus for you guys so you know what I'm breaking down, what it sounds like.
Okay, so when I was greedy, just one time, cannot lie.
So the first thing I started with is this Pluck from Electra X, and here's the MIDI for it. And I'm gonna go ahead and take all of the effects off of it because I put on. I'll break that down in a second, but I'm gonna go ahead and take it all off. Here's what it sounds like. So pretty spazzy. I think it started when I made it, it was slower, and then I went and sped it up so that it would fit the effects that I added better. So what I did is I pitched it up an octave, and then I added the stereo shaper to widen it, and then I added this halftime, which basically it will lower. It's an effect that will lower the sound down an octave and almost cut the time in half, make it twice as long. But then it still chops it up in a funky way to still keep it on time. So it's a weird effect, but it worked pretty cool. And then I threw on some EQ just like this, and then on top of that also a sidechain. I guess right here at the start it doesn't have it, but yeah, here's it with all the effects. So then when the pre-chorus starts right here, this is where I add the sidechain to it so you can hear it. So it kind of has that pulsing sound, and then I went ahead and added this bass. Right here is also where I bring the first drums in, and all I bring in is the kick and the snare. I go ahead and leave the hi-hat out. So here's what that sounds like. With all the stuff.
But it was looking at me, asking me if
The vocals are pretty simple on this too. I'm really not doing anything. The only little extra thing I do is I do double it slightly at the end of each phrase so you can hear it.
and I wasn't gonna take it for a minute, but it was looking at me, asking me to spin it.
So then that leads us into the chorus. And right before the chorus, we have this little simple drum fill that has the kick and the snare, the tom, and just a little riser. So here's what that sounds like.
Okay,
So then this is the big chorus, and I bring in just a hi-hat right here with the drum.
can I lie?
And then I just have the same sounds as before that were previously introduced, but I just added this little pad from Xenology. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that right now. "106 strings is the preset. And then you go ahead and throw the sidechain on it, along with the other instruments and the drums. And then the second half of the chorus, you also get this little synth lead that I added in. It's pretty simple. And that's just being ran through the sidechain as well. And then for the vocals, what I have going on here is just my lead melody, and I go ahead and double it. So basically what that means, I just set up a second track to record vocals on, and I just sing the exact same thing. So here's what it sounds like when it's just the one track.
Okay, so when I was greedy, just one time.
And then here it is with the double.
Okay, so when I was greedy, just one time.
So it's a little more full. And then with that, I just go ahead and add a harmony. And both the double and the harmony are sent through stereo separation to make it wider. So you have my main present vocal that's sitting in the middle, and then the harmony and the double are wide, so it's kind of in your left and right ears to give it a more full sound. So here's what that sounds like.
Okay, so when I was greedy, just one time.
And all that together sounds like this.
Okay, so when I was greedy, just one time,
vocals on the second half of the chorus, same thing, and I have a little harmony going.
The things I did.
And then that's pretty much the basis of the song. After the chorus, the start of this second verse, I do have this different bass part, and here this is.
And nothing's gonna take it from me.
So it's a little more staccato. All that means is that the notes are shorter instead of being extended like they are in the chorus like that. So yeah. Then everything else is the same pretty much. Going into the second drop, I add this little siren thing. I actually don't even remember how I thought to do that. Yeah, I don't know the MIDI, but at one point I played that out on the keyboard. It was just like a preset on Serum. And I went ahead and bounced it and add some reverb. And on top of that, we also just have a second hi-hat. So then after all this, we get into the bridge, which is a little different. I just go ahead and play some piano chords out on my piano right over there. So that chord right there is a little different than the rest of the song because it is actually a chromatic leap. Basically, all that means is I'm using 3 notes that are in a row. So this note right here is actually out of the key, but because it's kind of guiding this first note up to this third note, it's gonna work. So it's kind of like a jazzy little thing that you can do, but it gives a cool sound. Kind of leads it up. If I didn't do that, it'd just sound like this. It'd sound pretty plain. Not quite the same as... That's a cool little thing. Sometimes if you overdo it, it's gonna sound like circus music or like just, it's gonna sound horrible. It'll sound like funny, like Curb Your Enthusiasm, Larry David music. Which we do not want that. And then you get the second half where it's a completely new chord progression, and here's what that sounds like. That part is cracked. I don't know what I was on when I made that. So then what you heard right there was the ultimate payoff of the song, the third and final drop. What I added right here is I doubled this pad with this sound that you can hear throughout all of my album. It's this, I'm spilling the sauce to you guys right now. I probably shouldn't be doing this. It's the Hypersaw Basic, and it's just going through a sidechain. And I added some notes on top, so they're pretty thick chords. And it's got the exact same elements as the first part of the song. The only difference is I do have an extra kick going on down here. Also, you do get me doing these weird vocals that are completely out of my vocal range, but when you throw it in the back with some reverb and whatever else is on here, it actually ends up sounding good. We can find out right now. I just have a little bit of reverb and a telephone EQ. You can tell that is completely out of my vocal range, but when it's tucked in the back like this, gives it a nice touch, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it. You just get the outro over here, which are parts I've already broken down to you guys. Basically, what I'm trying to say is this is a really simple song. It kind of follows a regular song structure. It's kind of got the intro, you get a little verse, then chorus, verse, chorus, bridge, final chorus, outro. You know, normally I try and switch it up and do like a weird song structure, maybe just have the hook one time and then go into like a beat switch or something cool. But nah, this one of those ones is just a regular song structure. Yeah, I mean, like I said again, I made this song in I believe it was just like 4 hours. Yeah, 4. Now that we've been in the project, it's 4.5. But and I find that I make my best songs when I'm just having fun with it. Like I remember loading this up and I laid down this first part. I'm like, what the fuck am I making? This sounds funny. I just kept going with it, and eventually you start to get something you like. One thing that also proves that is sometimes if you're an artist, the hardest part of a song is just getting started. For example, at the start of the song, this is what I started with.
I was walking down the road when I saw you sitting in the goat, and that was all she wrote.
So it's like, it's fine to start and just kind of see where it takes you, because I didn't even know what this song was going to be about, and then I laid down that part. It just naturally came to me, and I thought, oh, I know exactly what I would need to write this song about, and then I can just go back and cut that out later. So sometimes you just got to get going, have some fun with it. Keep it nice and simple, and you can make some cool songs. So yeah, that's pretty much the full breakdown. I hope you guys learned something. Normally I wouldn't like to break down like a song that's really important to me like this one, but I've kind of just hit the point. I got nothing to lose, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put this stuff out for you guys. Hopefully you can learn something, because I've made so many things over the years. There's a lot of wisdom that I've gained that are just all compacted into this song and this video. And I just hope that you guys can learn something to make stuff quicker. And on top of that, I hope you go listen to my new album, Aura Music. I just put it out. It's my first album, fully produced by me. All the mixing, all the writing, all the beat making, everything is done by me. I put a ton of time into it, probably 50 plus hours. Like I say in all my videos, you can go and check it out, or you don't have to. And I'm gonna be sitting in the Wendy's drive-through line as a 40-year-old making your orders at 3 a.m.
The things I did ever since I've been up on this trip, and so I think I'll keep it this